welcome into another episode of The Guest Room. I am your host, Mike. That's Kevin over there.
We are the champions.
Yes, we know. You've never lost. That's Andy.
Hello.
And that's KD.
My friends.
KD, do you have a news update for us?
I don't, but I think Andy does.
I have some breaking sports news.
Please, break it.
Nerlens Noel has sued NBA agent Rich Paul, claiming Paul is responsible for $58 million in lost earnings. According to the lawsuit, the situation, Rich Paul...
The situation from Jersey
Mike?
Shore?
Yes.
Mike, the situation?
Okay.
Rich Paul told Nerlens Noel that he should cut ties with his current rep because he was a million max man. That's direct quotes, whatever million max man means. Which Nerlens did. And he bet on himself with a single year $4.1 million qualifying offer instead of taking $70 million over 4 years from the Dallas Mavericks. The situation became sour when Noel tore a ligament in his thumb and had surgery to repair the injury and was forced to miss 42 games that season, and Paul lost interest in Noel as a client.
I was not aware that Nerlens was a first name.
Before this news update?
Yeah, like 30 seconds ago. I didn't know.
What? Oh, he's been an NBA player for, 6 years now?
I would have guessed 5, but yeah, somewhere in there.
He was at Kansas, right? Same team as Joel Embiid?
Es posible.
Yeah. He's
Good?
Yes.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I guess.
Huh. Well, that's fun. Nerlens.
Nerlens. How do you think you spell that?
I'm thinking Nerlins.
You're close.
Very close, actually.
Yeah, it's Nerlens.
With a Z?
I thought
No, with an E.
I thought maybe you were thinking it's a terrible spelling and mispronunciation of New Orleans.
I'm not convinced that it's not,
Nerlens.
to be clear.
Well, it certainly is, if that's anywhere.
Depends who you are.
Also, did you guys know that the first person convicted for speeding was traveling 4 times the posted speed limit
Whoa.
of 2 miles per hour?
Whoa.
So he was going 8 in his Benz.
It was a Benz?
Yeah, it was a Benz.
Interesting. What year?
I believe it was before 1900. Yes, 1896.
Wow.
It was in 96.
Yeah, Back in 96 it happened. This guy was driving 8.
MPH?
He was going 8.
I mean, he probably could have jogged faster.
Oh, well, the person who pulled him over caught up to him on his bike to write him a ticket. So anyway, we are going to be playing a round of Jeopardy today. And as everyone knows, that's called a Jepisode. We're very excited. KD has prepared this one for us. And I'm just excited looking at these categories. It looks like there's something going on here. KD, can you explain it to us?
Yeah. I'll read the categories in order, and you can garner for yourself how they relate.
I will.
The first category is transactions. The second category is class actions. Third category is high class. Then all-time high. Then the before times. And then before and after.
Can I make one small gripe?
Can I also make a gripe?
Okay.
Is it the same gripe?
I don't know.
Does yours have to do with the first category?
Kind of.
Okay.
But I still don't think it's the same gripe.
Okay.
I think your final category should have been something like before transit. And that way we could have come full circle.
Kind of like in Risk where you can cross over from Alaska to Russia.
Kamchatka?
Sure. Or before, a Benz was a thing.
Right.
My gripe is clearly that A is a Q within transactions, and you guys give me a bunch of crap for how I write.
I'm sitting too far away from that to really be able to accurately determine.
It does look Q-ly.
I mean, the A in class in the second class
Yeah.
Yes.
The one in high class.
Yeah.
does kind of look Q-y.
It's
Q-ular.
Yeah. Maybe it's on purpose.
I see some Q.
Yeah. Now, see, a Q would have the lower line go neath the
Please
lower bound of the other ones.
Describe it better for our podcast listeners.
Just imagine in your mind, if you will, a circle with a line coming down away from it.
And then away from it more.
And there goes our listener.
All right. Well, thank you for sticking with us through all of that.
They probably just came back. They probably didn't stick with us.
They pressed the forward button. I'd rather listen to ads than this. Yeah, so we're going to be playing Jeopardy. Obviously, the first person to the board will be Kevin.
It will?
Because he has not yet lost.
Yes.
Which is a little bit perturbing. But
Perturbulent?
Kevin, you may begin.
I don't really know what to expect in most of these categories. But because I'm so high class, I think that I will start with high class for 100.
You're so fancy.
High class for 100. This black stuff is actually sturgeon eggs.
Andy. What is caviar?
That is correct. 100 points for Andy.
High class 200.
In the U.S., it's a formal presentation of young women to quote-unquote polite society.
Kevin. Cotillion.
That is correct. I would have also accepted debutante.
Debutante is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
High class for 300.
You'd be considered high class if you drove a car made by this jet engine manufacturer.
Andy? What is Rolls Royce?
That is correct. 300 points for Andy.
High class 400.
You'd definitely be high class if you had one of these, like a Benetti Classic 120.
This category's created for you. You better answer,
Yeah, Mr. High Class. Mr. Making commissions, selling shoes.
I can't watch movies. I got to drive jet engines.
Too much time driving my Rolls Royce, eating caviar.
I have a guess.
Go for it.
For not points.
For not points. Go ahead.
I think it's a wristwatch.
That is incorrect.
Okay. Thank God I didn't guess.
I don't think I understood the question, but that's okay.
The answer we're looking for is a yacht.
A yacht. High class 500.
That would be high class.
According to winefolly.com, these are 3 of 35 types of red wine. Give me 3.
Kevin.
Oh,
no. Merlot. Oh, no. Oh, no. I hate red wine. Pinot and...
There's lots of different Pinots, by the way.
yes, there is. I am not going to accept Pinot. Tell me what kind.
Pinot
wine.
I'm going to say Pinot Noir and almond.
That is incorrect.
Mike. Can I use 2 of the ones that he's already submitted?
Yes.
Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Port.
Checking on Port.
But the rowers keep rowing.
Is that another reference we're supposed to understand?
Thank you, William Wonka.
And show no signs of slowing.
Such a creepy part of a weird movie.
It's the best part.
Are you a Willie fan or a Charlie
You don't have
fan?
a list of the 33 there?
It needed to load. And Port was the last one, Mike?
That's right, Port.
That is incorrect.
Andy. What is Merlot, Pinot Noir, and Cabernet Sauvignon?
That is correct.
I hate that he's beating us.
I would love for you to prove to me that Port is not red wine.
I said according to winefolly.com. I'll show you the diagram after.
High class for 600.
All right. Give me 1 second while I subtract points from
I'll
the others.
take your time.
It's ridiculous.
You just make high class all the categories.
Port is red wine.
High class for 6. This is a broad waist sash in various designs, including pleats, that was worn with double-breasted tailcoats. Mike?
Cummerbund.
That is correct.
Yeah, excellent job, Mike.
Wow.
Let's go with... Yeah, we had a choir at my college. Let's go with before and after for 100.
A female race car driver who played Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Kevin? Danica Patrick Stewart.
That is correct for 100.
Before and after for 2.
A symbol of Judaism and an English soccer star.
Mike? Star of David Beckham.
That is correct for 200.
Before and after for 3.
An NBA team in a 1993 collectible card game introduced by Wizards of the Coast.
Kevin? Orlando Magic the Gathering.
That is correct for 300. Bringing you back into the positives.
Before and after for 4.
An 1851 novel by Herman Melville and the 46th Vice President of the U.S. Kevin?
Moby Dick Cheney.
That is correct for 400.
5.
Prince's album, song, and movie in 1998 Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise movie?
Andy.
Andy?
Purple Rain Man.
That is correct for 5.
Did you just get a movie one?
I did. Before and after 6.
It's a succulent, and it can be confirmed that it is true.
Andy.
Andy?
Aloe verifiable.
That is correct.
Okay.
What was it? Aloe vera or verifiable that got you?
The
there?
aloe vera. I was trying to think of a succulent. Those 2 words. Transactions for 100.
Unbelievable.
Can you tell us the scores after this
Yeah.
first crazy third of the game?
Yeah, the scores right now are Andy with 2,000.
No
My
way.
gosh.
Kevo with 500, and Mike with 300.
Gosh. Really? I'm that far ahead?
Do you know how to play with the lead, Andy?
No, absolutely not.
All right.
Transactions 100.
What? Because it's like money. What?
Cash registers and credit card terminals are an example of them.
What did you? Can you repeat it?
Cash registers and credit card terminals are an example of them.
Andy?
Andy?
What are point of sale items?
That is correct.
Transactions for 200?
We've just stumbled upon the worst category of all time.
Oh, it's my lucky day.
For 200. This is the independent third party that maintains documents and collects/disperses funds.
Kevin,
Kevin?
third-party administrator?
Mm-hmm. This is
That's
the
his answer.
independent...
It's-
that was your answer?
Third-party administrator.
That is not the answer
Andy.
I'm looking for.
What
Andy?
is automated clearinghouse?
That is not the answer I'm looking for.
Oh.
I have a job, and in my job, we do things and constantly communicate with third-party administrators, which is exactly what you described.
Also, port is a red wine.
Not according to winefolly.com.
I'll venture a guess.
Okay, Mike?
Let's go with title agency.
No.
That is also
Is it
incorrect.
accounts payable?
No.
What?
The answer we're looking for is escrow.
Oh, that's stupid.
I will check on the definition of escrow.
What?
Kev?
Yeah. What was the? Read the question again.
This is the independent third party that maintains documents and collects/disperses funds.
It's technically a title agency, not an escrow agent, but, I think it's fair. Fine.
I'm going to look up the
You're ahead, so it's fair.
Transactions for 300.
I'm going to look up the definition of escrow.
Escrow is a fund, not a...
This is the
And-
KDiest round of Jeopardy
K deity.
that we've ever
This is
seen.
why
I don't like that term.
This is why my Venn diagram most overlaps with Katie's.
According to just the top of Google, in noun, a bond, deed, or other document kept in the custody of a third party and taking effect only when a specified condition has been filled.
So escrow is not a party.
Yeah, it's not an entity, it's a thing. But fair enough. Transactions 3.
I'll not subtract 200 from
Fair
any,
enough.
any
I'll
of
keep
you.
my 2,000.
Well, would you guys all like to lose 200 or none?
None.
None. Gives me more to lose later on.
my answer to stand.
Andy, go ahead.
Transactions 3.
This is the process in which a private company first sells shares on the open market.
Kevin.
Mike.
Kevin?
Going public.
Andy.
I would like something more specific, Kev.
Andy.
Hold, please. More specific than going public. I got nothing more specific.
Andy.
Andy?
What is an IPO or initial public offering?
That is correct.
Can I have transactions for 400?
You sure can.
This famous U.S. naval base is actually leased from the government whose land it sits on. They've not cashed a payment since 1959.
Andy.
Andy?
Who is Guantanamo Bay?
That is correct.
Or what is?
That was in the transactions category?
The man doesn't even know pronouns.
Transactions for 5?
I like this version of Andy that's in the lead. This player was famously not traded to Los Angeles from New
Kevin.
Orleans. Kevin?
Chris Paul.
That is correct for 500.
I hope your last question is about Bobby Bonilla. Let's go for 600.
I always thought it was Bonilla.
Oh, boy.
And that is why you fail.
Oh, okay. For 600?
Yeah, let's get it over with.
According to Wiki, this is a form of fraud in which belief in the success of a non-existent enterprise is fostered by payment of quick returns to the first investors from money invested by later investors.
Andy.
Andy?
What is a Ponzi scheme?
That is correct.
I'll take class action for 100.
Class action for 100. Would you guys like to revisit the scores that we're at the halfway point?
No.
Sure.
Andy has a lead.
Okay.
Class actions for 100. It's what you do to quietly get the teacher's attention.
Mike,
Kevin.
I heard Mike first.
raise your hand.
That is correct for 100.
Class actions for 2.
Okay.
In one of these classes, you can earn college credit in high school.
Mike.
I heard Kevin first.
Advanced placement.
That is correct for 200.
300.
The producers of this product were sued in a class action suit for causing mesothelioma.
Kevin.
Kevin?
What's the commercial say?
Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting it? Can I give you a generic answer?
Try me.
Can I buy a vowel?
Insulation.
That is not specific enough.
Mike.
Mike?
Asbestos.
That is correct.
Class action for 4.
In this class, you would learn about Adam Smith.
Kevin.
Kevin?
Economics.
That is correct.
Which
5.
what was our combined GPA in that class?
I got a C.
I got a
Maybe a C minus?
plus,
I
think.
can't remember. 5.
For 5? In this class, you would learn what an ads is.
Are we allowed to see that spelled?
I know how it's spelled. I just don't know what it is.
I can spell it for you.
Please.
ADZE.
Kevin.
Kevin?
Shop.
That is correct.
6.
Did you ever take shop?
No.
Neither did I.
For 600, it's what you do before you say, quote, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," to Mr. Keating.
Kevin.
Kevin?
Stand on your desk.
That is correct for 600.
I would like a score recap at this
I didn't
point.
get any from that one.
That is true. You didn't. Mike is bringing up the rear with 700 points.
Thank you.
Kevin has 2,100. And Andrew is still in the lead at 3,400.
Holy cow.
I mean,
All right.
still attainable.
Give me the before times for 100.
Ports of red wine.
Before this event, you were able to meet people at the gate when they arrived.
Kevin.
Kevin?
9/11.
That is correct for 100.
200.
Before this invention, people fought battles primarily with swords, spears, and arrows.
Kevin.
Kevin?
Gunpowder.
That is correct.
3.
Scoffs gunpowder.
Before this year, the U.S. government followed the Articles of Confederation.
Kevin.
Kevin?
1789.
That is correct. 300.
4.
I don't like the before times.
Neither. Can we go back to high class?
Before this invention, most basketball players would make sure after catching a pass that they would be on the ground before they shot.
Can you repeat it?
Before this invention, most basketball players would make sure that after catching a pass that they would be back on the ground before shooting a shot. Mike.
What is the alley-oop?
That is correct.
Before times for 500.
Before the invention of this technique, people doing the high jump would scissor kick over
Mike.
the bar. Mike.
What is the Fosbury flop?
That is correct for 500.
Before times for 6.
Before this year, France had a king.
I mean, can I just choose any year after?
No.
2021.
Merp, merp, merp. The answer that we're looking for is 1793.
I would have been close, but I wouldn't have gotten it. All right, where do we stand?
With one category to go, Mike is still bringing up the rear, but at a much more respectable 1,600.
Thank you.
Kevin is at 2,700, closing on Andy, who's still at 3,400.
All right, let's go. All-time high for 1.
This MLBer recently signed the largest contract by total money in history.
Andy.
Andy?
Is Mike Trout?
That is incorrect.
Kevin.
Kevin?
Bryce Harper.
That is incorrect. Mike? No guess from Mike. We are looking for Mookie Betts.
Good thing Mike did not guess. All-time high for 200.
With 22 seasons, this TV show is second only to The Simpsons in all-time scripted TV show episodes aired on American television.
Kevin.
Kevin?
South Park.
That is incorrect.
How old is the genesis of this question?
Yesterday?
The website loaded the information yesterday?
I will check Wikipedia again.
Can you tell me how many seasons South Park has had?
Yeah, sure.
Best Eminem.
Haley's song?
Andy? It's funny, this was supposed to be the filler for the segment.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like which one.
Now I got to think of filler for your filler. Personally, I think mini M&Ms are highly underrated.
lose yourself, but maybe what's the one? I don't know the name of it, but something about love is my drug or something like that.
You think of Kesha?
No.
Your love is my drug.
Yeah, no. It's something. It was one of his off of like his original.
I don't listen
album.
to any advice. Mama's telling me that I should think twice.
Yeah, no, I was just talking about the candy-coated chocolate candy. Haven't tried caramel M&Ms, but they sound like something I would love. Andy just told me about the pretzel-coated M&M today.
Do you also know about crispy M&Ms?
I've seen that on the shelf.
I do like crispy.
I've seen the dark ones.
The coffee ones are gross. I don't like those.
Is it just coffee flavored, or is there actually a coffee bean in there?
Coffee flavored.
Okay, I could.
There is
see myself liking
also
that.
hazelnut, which is okay.
Okay.
How many seasons of South Park?
All right, I'm going to give you South Park. It was not on the list that I showed, but that's because it does not air on a major network. But that you are correct, it is South Park.
Can I have what my guess would have been?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday Night Live.
No, that's not scripted.
Actually, it is.
Kinda. Yeah.
How many seasons does South Park have?
It's at 24. Yeah.
What was the answer?
Law and Order SVU.
Ew.
Not regular Law and Order, which I did not realize were different things.
What's the intro?
How did you ask the question?
With 22 seasons, this TV show is second only to The Simpsons in all-time scripted TV show episodes aired on American TV.
Yeah, so Comedy Central certainly qualifies under your question.
Yes, yeah. So I asked the question incorrectly. That's
Okay.
why you got it. Yeah.
All-time high for 3.
With 18, he is the active leader in the NBA for seasons spent with one team.
Active as of this.
Like he is an active player?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Andy,
Who's
Udonis Haslem.
that is correct. Udonis Haslem.
Wow.
Is he still active?
Yeah,
with
he just signed another one-year contract.
deal. All-time high 400.
Never me.
It's really hurt your streak.
This is the Daily Double. Andy, how much would you like to wager?
Let's do
You have 3,600. Kevo has 2,800. Mike has 1,600.
200.
You afraid?
Yeah,
Little baby?
says the guy who won't guess when he has a lead.
According to Wikipedia, in spoken English, this word is most popular.
We've hit an all-time high. Not to be confused with the written.
What is the?
That is correct.
That was your 400-point
God.
question and a daily double? It's 3 points.
The Daily Double was randomized.
All-time high.
The
400.
placement of that as your 400-point question better not have been randomized.
I think a large majority of these questions have been gotten correct. Like,
I would agree.
That's like a 50-point question.
we should start putting a couple of those in, like random categories with 7 and a 50-point question. For 500, this Hall of Fame baseball player hit 563 home runs, but he has the most strikeouts of all time with 2,597. I'm watching Mike try to fake out Andy.
Can you read it again?
This Hall of Fame baseball player hit 563 home runs, but he has the most strikeouts of all time with 2,597.
Mike.
Mike,
Barry Bonds.
incorrect.
I'll guess for no points, but I won't guess.
Yeah, I'll guess for now.
All right, go ahead. Do your non-points guess.
Sammy Sosa.
Nope, he's second.
I was gonna say Mark McGwire,
No,
but he's not Hall of Famer.
No, he was a better hitter.
Yeah, it's Reggie Jackson.
Huh.
Yeah. Weirdly, Adam Dunn is third with less than half the at-bats.
That doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
Incredible.
He was the king of strikeouts.
Sharpshooter for the Clippers?
What?
Reggie Jackson? Isn't that Reggie
Oh.
Jackson?
Yeah, his name is Reggie Jackson, yeah. But
Like
It's a
most
different-
Reggie Jacksons, their names.
All right, all-time
Reggie
high for
Jackson.
6.
all right. He was the first person to summit Mount Everest.
I like how this fits into this category.
I know his first name.
That's not enough.
Oh.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Sir Edmund Hillary.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How was that in your
Yep.
brain?
And-
Or why?
I just couldn't remember if he did that or maybe he got like to the South Pole first or I didn't know.
Yeah. All right, going into Final Jeopardy, we've got a close and high-scoring game. Mike is bringing up the rear with 1,100. Kevin is at 3,400, and Andy, nursing his lead from earlier, is at 3,800.
Ooh, boy.
Your Final Jeopardy category is... Mike has already shown me his wager. Your Final Jeopardy category is Animal Kingdom nomenclature.
No.
Kevin earned a stare down, kind of smiling-ish. They either want the other person to bid first or they're flirting. ¿Por qué no los dos, right? Andrew, in his notoriously bad handwriting, is writing on the whiteboard without looking.
Oh, no.
It seems that they've both wagered.
Hold on. Hold on.
Is this like where Harry Vardon asks for one club while the other guy is hitting, and then he hits a terrible shot, and then Harry Vardon gives back the club and asks for a different club?
Kind of, but it's like you have to choose your club before you get to the ball.
Okay.
You ready? All right. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Kev. All right. Your question is, this is what a group of flamingos is called. Observing the three contestants right now, I'm pretty sure that Mike is having the most fun.
I'm sorry for you two.
What'd you wager?
I think it just matters less for you, Mike.
What'd you wager, Kev?
What'd you wager?
What'd you wager?
What did you wager?
It's going to determine how much effort I put into this.
What did you wager?
A lot.
Are you lying to me?
No. Did I wager a lot?
What's a lot? Give me a bound.
Did you wager 3 digits or 4 digits?
I wagered.
I asked you. I've answered your question. Now I'm asking one.
I'm not. No, you're asking me for a more specific answer than you were willing to give me.
I wagered 4 digits.
I wagered 3 digits.
Okay.
They should make this happen in real Jeopardy.
This is like Liar's
What do
Dice
you-
of Jeopardy.
Yeah. What are you wagering, man? I don't know if any of you know the. It sounds like none of you actually know.
Of course we don't.
But this is a fact that you should never forget. Like, I don't think you will forget it. Mike is still writing. All right, Mike, would you like to lean to the microphone and give your answer?
Yes. I have said flamboyancy.
That is correct. A flamboyancy. That puts Mike at 2,200.
Are you kidding me?
That's dumb.
Andy?
Dum 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 dum.
Are you kidding me? It's flamboyancy.
Yes.
Sounds like you didn't get it.
Andy, what was your guess?
Doesn't
What was
matter.
your wager?
My guess was Henry. A Henry of flamingos.
Mm.
My
And
wager-
if I recall, you wagered 1,000.
I did wager 1,000.
That puts you at 2,800. And Kevin? A flame, which I like. I wish that was true.
No, you
Kind of
don't.
close.
You like
That-
that it's flamboyancy.
I do like that it's flamboyancy, but a flame would also be really cool. He wagered 500, dropping him down to 2,900. And the win.
Dun 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 dun. I feel like Bill Murray coming out at the end of the game in the only Space Jam, where he
The only
there's
Space Jam.
How many 6 seconds left or something like that?
I believe so, yeah.
He
Maybe 8.
yeah.
Well, guys, I mean, that was
Mike, why did you know that? By
that
the
was a
way?
really good.
I didn't until KD said that we should remember this.
and then you remembered.
Then I realized it was in my brain. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, KD, for the mostly high-rated game of Jeopardy. And thank you once again, Kevin, for another win to add to your streak.
You're welcome.
Andy, sorry it had to come like that, but you got close.
I mean, it's typical of
You're
this game.
Probably in the positives for your average score now.
Barely.
Once again, I'm Mike. That was Kevin, KD, and Andy. We appreciate you being with us. And as always, farewell.